Hey everyone, I am so excited to make this video today. I've been planning this one for a couple weeks and let's get into it. So today, this is going to be a two-part video actually. We're going to talk about Satanic Sesame Street and hopefully you're sitting down because I've got quite a bit to share with you and we're going to focus mostly on Bob McGrath. That's who we're looking at right now. Original Sesame Street, like cast member Bob McGrath. And first, we're going to talk about the satanic symbolism and everything I noticed, and then we'll transvestigate. So, very exciting. And in the next video, I have another cast member who we'll take a look at. And what I've decided, what I've realized rather, is they were so we were so distracted by all of the puppets, by the big colorful puppets like Big Bird and Snuffleupagus, and you've got Elmo and Bert and Ernie. We were so focused on Kermit and all of them that we didn't realize what they were hiding right in front of us in plain sight, where these people were satanic transgenders hosting a kids' TV show, and it's just ridiculous. So the focus of today is Bob McGrath. We'll take a look at a bunch of photos, and then we'll transvestigate. But totally satanic Sesame Street. Keep on watching. So obviously, Bob here is giving us the devil horns. Don't try to say it's "I love you." There's a million pictures of him doing this symbol, and he's definitely giving a shout out to the devil. Let's look at the next one. And here's my receipts. This is the horned hand. I'm on this site that's showing me a lot of occult and like satanic symbolism. So that's what that is right there. Simmer down, Bob. This isn't like Motley Crue. You're on Sesame Street. So can you believe this is who was hosting a kids' TV show for over 30 years? They can't just put a regular person or regular people teaching the kids. It has to be these satanic transgender people teaching the kids, brainwashing everyone. And Sesame Street didn't even teach us that much. Growing up, like, they taught the most basic things you can think of, like a new letter and a new number each day. And I have one memory that stands out where I asked my mom for agua because they always talked about agua. Like every single episode was like they taught that water was agua. So I was like, "Can I have some agua?" And she's like, "Why are you like speaking Spanish?" And I was like, "I learned it on Sesame Street." You know what I mean? So like it was just like dumb stuff for the most part. Look at the way he's standing here. That's such a like weird pose. And look at his hips, by the way. We'll transvestigate. I know this isn't like the clearest picture. And I'm still on my learning journey too, guys. Some stuff I learned a long time ago. I forget what that thumbs up means, and I've been trying to find it. That is some occult symbolism. I can't remember what it means, but it's one of their symbols. If anybody knows, leave it in the comments. But there he goes again. I remember hating that lady on the right. She was so annoying. And I think her name was, I believe it was Linda, and she taught sign language on the show. Yeah, she was doing sign language, and really interesting because look at the signs she's throwing up right now. Both of them with the devil horns. So, fantastic that this is who was teaching us on Sesame Street for all those years. I never liked you, Linda. I'm willing to bet that all of the guest stars on Sesame Street were transgender. That should be like another video, maybe part 3. I already have part 2 planned. If you'd like that, let me know. And the reason I'm showing this is brick wall. What does brick wall mean? That means Masons. And I know you're probably thinking I'm taking it too far with that, but the reason I mentioned guest stars is in the 80s, and I believe like the reruns I saw from the 70s. Remember, they always had the guest star I think it was with Cookie Monster, and they were by a brick wall. The guest stars were always behind a brick wall, and like what kid would think anything of that? But that was to represent the Masons, okay? So this stuff all comes together. Like once I did a little digging, it just led like from one realization to another, like, oh my gosh, of course. So yeah, they used to use a lot of brick wall backgrounds and brick wall sceneries, and now it's totally making sense. Sorry, this photo's a little blurry. I couldn't find the best quality of this one. Somebody on YouTube that transvestigates, it might be Simon Woods. That's a really good channel. There's a bunch of them that I follow, and I have been watching transvestigations for years, and finally decided to, make my own. But one of the channels talks about the interlaced fingers meaning transgender. Meaning like, sorry, I had to think of the correct word, inverted, that the interlaced fingers mean inverted. So there goes Bob. Now, speaking of guest stars, and I'm sorry to do this to Michael Jackson, I am a huge fan, and I have a very good friend who has a whole Michael Jackson page here on YouTube. But I'll put it in the description in case you guys are interested. So, I'm not trying to talk smack, but my friend, who would like to be known as the Wiz, wanted me to share this photo and show you something very interesting. So, this was from a guest appearance, I believe, in like 78, where Michael Jackson went on like a holiday episode of Sesame Street. As a guest star, and he does this cute skit with Oscar the Grouch. But take a look at this pose, like next to this street sign post. It almost, looks like a lamp post type situation. And then take a look at this. This is Mr. Talmus from Narnia, who is like half boy, half goat. And I think he represents like Pan or Lucifer, whatever he represents, it's not good. But my friend, known as the Wiz, he definitely thinks there's a connection between this creature, Mr. Talmus, and the Michael Jackson pose by the lamppost. Because remember, Michael Jackson said he's Peter Pan, and we could go into a whole other video with that, but I wanted you to see that connection, and it kind of goes hand in hand with what I was saying about the guest stars. And nobody get like angry at me. I told you I'm a big fan, but I feel like whoever did the costumes, like the costume department at Sesame Street, did Michael dirty with this sweater, because to me, it's a little too representative of this symbol right here. I'm not even going to talk about what it means. I'm just saying it does kind of look like it, okay? All right, now that I've like probably just destroyed all of your childhood memories, let's move on to the transvestigation. And this should be pretty easy, although I think the female to males are like way harder to spot. Definitely the male to female, there's like so many things that stand out. But, I wasn't sure about this at first, but with all of the other things, the interlaced fingers, the devil horns, everything, and the fact that they're not going to put a regular person in front of kids on this like nationally like famous show, it has to be these transgender people. So, let's take a look here and see what we have. I see a vertical forehead instead of a sloping back forehead. So the vertical is female. I see a little bit of a widow's peak there, female. Close together eyes. They're not super deep set or anything. So that would be more characteristic of females' eyes. Take a look at the ear. I recently just learned this one from a friend, and thank you for whoever left that comment in my on one of my videos. I'm a newer channel. I have like 6 or 7 transvestigations up right now, and somebody said a female trait is the ear, the top of the ear will be above the eye. On a male, the ears are lower. That ear is way above the eye, so that's another female trait. Um, the face is oval rather than square. You know, there's not like a big male jaw or anything like that. And he's older here, so he, she, they, them is older here. I'll show you a couple younger photos too. But everything so far has been female traits, and especially the way he was standing in that thumbs up with those hips. Unfortunately, I accidentally deleted the photo I wanted to show you guys, so this one's a little blurrier. I'll see if I can find that one again. But look at the vertical forehead. Did I say lack of a brow ridge? Lack of a brow ridge, close together eyes, oval face. You know the deal. Smiley. Females are more smiley, and this guy was always smiling. Here it is. Here's him younger. Um, I don't know. I guess he was like a singer or something, but look at that vertical forehead, no brow ridge. And I think it's important to show a younger picture just because when you're older, you know, things start to change on your face and body. But here we can see that ear is super high above his eyes. So let me know, have I convinced you that Bob McGrath and Sesame Street are super satanic and full of transgenders? um, if not, stick around for part 2, but watch this. Wait, this is going to be the best part of the video. One moment. This wackadoodle thing probably deserves its own video, and maybe I'll make a short video on this. This right here is the Children's Television Workshop logo from the 60s through the 80s. They used this. And if you look this up, you'll see every Sesame Street star holding this thing very proudly. So let's take a look. And I believe I mentioned this earlier. You know, I'm still on my learning journey too. I don't know everything, but I know what I'm looking at is satanic and crazy. So this looks like a biblical type of a scroll or some kind of like tablet, you know, some kind of biblical thing that they wrote on. I haven't figured out who's at the top. It probably represents like Lucifer or, you know, one of these, some deity. If you guys know like who that is, please leave a comment. I've been really trying hard to research it, but my guess is just going to be like it's Lucifer, okay? And then if you see there's an X shape, X is symbolic of many, many different things. And I was looking up the spiritual meanings. Of course, X could be a chromosome, or X spiritually can be a cross or a broken cross. My friend, the Wiz, said Planet X. You know, whatever it is, it's not good. So you might have Lucifer there at the top. You've got a biblical scroll. You've got a huge X going through the middle, but the smoking gun is Baphomet down here. You know, the goat head right here at the bottom. That alone should tell you that there's something majorly wrong with this logo. And this is the Children's Television Workshop logo. And thank you, Wiz, who outlined this in the middle of that logo. And this one, Sesame Cookie Monster's biting the top. They even have the puppets posing with this thing. So you know it's very important. There's a clear shot of Baphomet there. Or the, you know, the goat, whatever. It's satanic. It's like the devil thing. There's this weird outline, and he traced it so you could see it better, but it was very pronounced. And what do you think that is? If we rearrange the letters, you can see devil, you can see evil, devilish. Yeah, it's so weird. So I wanted to show you guys this logo, and I'm going to keep researching it. And in part 2, we can take a closer look, but let me know your thoughts. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's getting long enough, so I'm going to stop it there. And I want to thank you very much for watching. And if you're not subscribed, please do so you can see part 2, and leave me your thoughts, okay? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one real soon, part 2. Bye-bye.